Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. How's everyone doing today? Happy Saturday, guys. We had a minor stream rug at the very beginning, but luckily it happened before the intro song was even over. Literally got 24 seconds into the stream. But we're good now, we're good. Guys, Bitcoin dominance is sitting below 60% again. Huge implications for our alt bags. I am so ready to buy a house. What about you? Ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button on your way in. Welcome. Happy Saturday. How y'all doing today? Anybody got anything crazy going on this weekend? I took my front passenger side wheel off to check the brakes, and I don't think there's anything wrong with them. So I'm pretty sure that it's the somehow it's the rear driver's side. I don't know. Don't ask. I'm just as confused as you are. So, I have a tool rental in my van right now that I don't necessarily need. But it is what it is. Anyways, guys, Bitcoin 116, 514, even. A little rejection at the upper liquidation levels to go refresh and see where we're at. Chipani said I'll probably sell some too, Philly. I'm anxious with the amount of my portfolios in crypto. Go to symbol, go to 12 hour. I ain't selling nothing. Okay, so we still got our little Saturday range. 117, 726. Whoops. Okay, and then 118.052. And then this one, I guess I'll go up here. 118.377. And then down below, we got 116.018. Spicy one is 115.692. And the very bottom, 115.367. Sweet. So there's our updated range that the market maker has permitted us to trade in. RSI looks good. Momentum wave pointing towards the middle. Nothing crazy going on. Bitcoin dominance, though, sitting below 60, which is huge. Huge news. Would love to see this. We got a candle close below it. If the next candle close is below 60, that's going to be game-changing, potentially, for alts. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. As of right now, 59.9. It's a little on the reboundy side. Volume, though, looks like it might be just about finished. And the RSI looks like it has room to go up, which we kind of don't want to see. But there's a chance. There's a chance it gets a little rebound. And then we have to wait again for it to go down again. No matter what, alts are sitting pretty. Everything looks relatively decent. ETH is up 6.07. Look at that. We have officially struck the moon. We're at 42.54 on ETH. Beautifully dancing above 4K like it's nobody's business. Not really much to say about this one. 45. Next stop. Current all-time high, 48.68. That is enormous for Ethereum. I'm seeing a lot of rumors, seeing a lot of data that the current supply of Ethereum will not allow many companies to purchase Ethereum, and there's going to be a supply crunch very, very quickly. Chewy said, did you already talk about Arrow? No, I did not, my friend. Arrow's up 13.81% again today. We were just talking about it the other day because it was doing fantastic yesterday specifically. Look at that thing. Whew. Look at that. That 1237 is next resistance. If you can get a close above that, it's going to be huge. I don't know if I mentioned that yesterday. Was it above $1 yesterday? It had to have been, right? It hasn't been that long. Chewy said, you still up 50%, Philly? Yeah, dude, Arrow is shredding. Absolutely shredding. And I'm pretty sure this is because Coinbase mentioned that they were going to integrate a DEX into their regular exchange, which is pretty sick. That is actually huge news for Arrow. And it's going to be the first user-friendly decentralized exchange, in my opinion. You won't have to jump through hoops. Coinbase knows user interface, user experience, and they take that stuff seriously. That's why I like TapTools so much, because TapTools is just clean and easy to use. Coinbase integrating with their own DEX and bringing it to the mainstream, that's next level stuff. And I don't know, I'm sure they waited till the bull market to announce that. I would not be surprised if we just saw non-stop bull news soon. I think that everyone has a ton of news racked up in their Rolodex ready to announce strictly for the bull market. And we're entering the bull market now, in my opinion. So Billy said, Chewy or JJ, can you explain about companies not being able to buy ETH? If they would be able to buy ETH, it just wouldn't be over the counter. The over the counter desk is drying up. So no matter what, if they wanted to buy ETH, the over the counter supplier would have to purchase it through exchanges, either little by little or all at once, to then be able to sell it to the next guy. So same concept as Bitcoin. If the exchange has 10 ETH and the over-the-counter desk has 2 ETH, and Bob shows up to over-the-counter, he's like, hey, I want to buy 5 ETH. Then they'd have to take 3 from here and then give it to Bob so that he has 5, and then they're stuck with 0 afterwards, and there's only 7 left over here. Does that make sense? So it's supply and demand. But bigger numbers. Pinlink. Nope, that's not where I'm at. Yeah, ETH looks amazing. I would not be surprised for a pullback. It is overbought tremendously on the 4-hour time frame. Let's go check out the daily. Daily is a little bit overbought, actually. It's not that bad. Look at that. We do a bearish div, though. Technically, not yet. We would need a proper rejection, like a red candle, and then that would set up your bearish div. But it is there. The concept is there. The idea is there. Not financial advice, of course. Giovanni said, man, no lie, taking profits is hard. I want to, but I'm confident we keep going up. I mean, what am I going to use the money for right now? I'm happily, comfortable with my current financial situation. Like I said, and like I've always tried to say, at least the past year and a half, maybe. It wasn't always like this, but when people would FUD and everything, my whole concept is, if crypto disappeared, if it ceased to exist, and all of my money that was in it just went away, would I be without? No. Same concept now. Why am I going to take profits now when I don't need the money? If I was like trying to buy a new car and I had just enough money to like put down on a car, and that would only be like 5, 10, 15, 20% of my portfolio, maybe I'd think about that. Same thing with the house. If I would sacrifice 80% of my crypto to buy a house. So, but that's it. I would still want that remaining 20 to hold forever. So, I don't know. You gotta have a plan. Gotta have a plan, stick to it. Don't forget to smash the like button. Chris Kirby said, yo, what's going on, Chris Kirby? Okay. Sol is up 1.71%. Little rejection at 184. If we can get a break above that, that would be huge. Currently sitting at 179.83. We got less than 20 minutes until the daily close contest, so make sure you guys stick around for that. For Sol, I don't know if this line is relevant at all, but I'm going to bring it over here anyways. Because that might become a point of contention. If we can get above that, that'd be sick. Break of 200 is going to be a big deal for me. Chewy said dominance is heading to 45. The fact that we broke 60 is huge, dude. Me and Flexo were tripping yesterday watching this thing just chip away. This candle right here, I went live during this. As soon as it broke 60, I went live. I was eating a bowl of cereal, and we all chilled for like an hour, hour and a half. It was a fun time. It was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I slept in so late. Total 3 is up 0.79% on the day, currently trading at 1.04 trillion, sitting right at the midpoint between 1 trillion and 1.07. So if we could hold this as support and use that as a springboard to get above 1.07, that would be huge. Looking to eventually break 1.16. Current all-time high is 1.16. Think about it right now. Alts have moved so much just from this little move. And we need to do that again in order to get above our current all-time high. Then we will be in a proper bull market, in my opinion. Chewy, what do you say about that? Because Chewy, guys, I would like to point out, Chewy's brilliant for his calls, especially with Arrow. But he's a very famous, we've been in a bull market believer. And I was a bull market denier. Now, I believe we have just entered a bull market. So, I'm just saying. Chris Kirby said, I'm doing good, bro. Finally back in the 6 digits since January. Praying we get a good couple months or so. Let's do it. I'm getting married. And she don't know I'm broke, but I got crypto. That's perfect, man. That's perfect. I actually think that that's genius. Congratulations, by the way. That's exciting. When are you getting married? He said, when you get the chance, check Ourbit, the token known as Bitch by Ourbit. Things been volatile all day. Chewy said, what's the question again? There's no question. Did I say there was a question? Okay. Where was I? Total 3. ADA. ADA's up 1.59% on the day, currently trading at 80.33. Broke above 80. Huge win breaking above 80. We're sitting right above it. If we can get a close above it, that would be great. Volume a little bit lackluster. We do have a confirmed green or confirmed red dot on Market Cipher. RSI not quite overbought yet, so definitely room to grow. ADA's lagging just the same as Sol. It's definitely ETH season right now, guys. SNEK is up 7.06% on the day, currently trading at 44.61. Beautiful. SNEK is just slithering to the upside. Slithering right into my heart. Probably going to see some resistance around 50. So if we get a break above that, that would be huge. Currently, I guess next stop, 47.71. XRP is down 1.74. I believe that they issued more XRP in their escrow thing for Ripple Labs or something like that. I don't know. It's weird. Chris Kirby said, haha, November. Chewy said, we got till October, then bull run is over. Maybe November, definitely by December. I think it goes into 2026. I disagree, Chewy. I think it goes until 2026. How about this, Chewy? How about, do you want to make a bet? I'll make you a bet. Only if you're down, though. You have to say you're down before I lay down the parameters. And that doesn't mean that you agree. I just want to know that you're willing to bet. Chris Kirby said, Chewy, I'm with you. I still have PTSD from November 2021. Fahid said Sunday dump. I don't know, actually. Sunday's going to be interesting. Sunday's definitely going to be interesting. XRP, I would like for it to find support at our midpoint around 320. But they did just issue. Chewy said, we will see who rides it back down. Oh, no, I'm getting a house. I'm getting a house. HBAR back into its cancer curing range, up 1.81% on the day, currently trading at 26.65. Looking good. I believe 26.5 is the bottom of our range. What's the bet? Okay, so I'd be willing to bet you that Total 3 puts in another all-time high. Like, let me zoom out really quick. And I guess you name the dollar amount parameters, knowing that I'm currently poor. But I would be willing to bet that Total 3 puts in a new all-time high. Let's say it puts in a high and then it starts to go down, and then we get into January, February of 2026. I bet you Total 3 puts in a new all-time high in 2026. No matter what. And it can literally be but 1/10 of a percentage or whatever, like whatever little, as long as it's larger, higher than it was in 2025, that is my bet. ADA will not hit all-time high this run. You really believe that? Ricky Ricardo said XRP and Bitcoin are my retirement plays. I like it. Chris Kirby said pre-Trump just stays silent for a bit, no more tariff news or war news, and we might run for a bit. I don't know if that news would affect it. We started running and he like put 100% tariff on some crazy semiconductor or whatever, and the markets went up. Philly said bull run into 2026. Whoa. I mean, if you think about it, every single bull run has lasted quite some time from the bottom. Like, it's a solid 1 year thing. And if we just started, even if we started in March, April, that means we're going to go into March, April 2026. So, anyways, HBAR SWE's up 1.73% on the day, currently trading at $3.90. $3.90 is the next resistance. We're having trouble getting above that. If we do, hopefully we can break 410 next. That seems to be the most lucrative area to get above. Struggle. Break maybe. Volume looks good. RSI chilling. We do have a confirmed red dot on the momentum wave, so on market cipher in general, so be careful. Ondo's up 1.92% on the day, struggling to get above the purple trend line. But we are sitting above $1, which is good. $1.04 right now. Next stop, hopefully $1.09. We might need a cool off here. It was overbought for a hot second. Chewy said, is Total 3 the same chart as others' dominance? No. So Total 3 is the total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Others' dominance removes the top 10. So they are different. Billy said the end of the bull market will be due to some trigger. I don't think that's ever been the case. Okay. Ondo, we ran over. Arrow, getting a little pullback. 1237 is current resistance. I'm sure it's going to do the same thing that it did the other day. Probably dance around, maybe break. It might get a proper pullback soon, but it doesn't seem like it wants to stop. We will see. We have officially hit our target for our waste management fractal, but I don't remember, where did we target that? I think that the 76 purple trend line was our target for that. And then we're also looking for that 45 pullback, but we ended up bouncing around 47, I think. So yeah, Arrow looks awesome. Volume looks amazing. It's like people just discovered that this existed, and it's just exploding. So anybody that bought prior, probably loaded right now. It is yet to hit a previous all-time high, though. So there's still plenty of room to run. Not financial advice, of course. Pinlink is up 10.18%. Struggling to get above 87.69. Broke above 79 or 75. Used that as support. And then blasted. Next stop, hopefully $1. I want to see it get above 87.69, though, with conviction. Render's up 3.32% on the day. Back into its ginormous, its comically huge range. $3.98. $4 is going to be the next break for me. And then hopefully it should get pretty good after that. $4.32 should be afterwards. We got MW. Neckline break. So let's see if we can get a rise out of this guy. It is compressing right at the precipice of overbought on the RSI. Your momentum wave is a little spicy. Could use a cool off. Stellar's up. No, Stellar's down 0.38% on the day. Big Dog said ETH to skyrocket. Yes, it is. Chewy said, I don't think it will hit another high in 2026, though. But I'm not going to bet against it because I still will have a moon bag. Ladies and gentlemen, I rest my case. Thank you, Chewy. Chris Kirby said, I had like 200 Solana, rode it to 400 roughly, and then sold at 250. I refuse to buy it ever again because I hate meme coins with a passion. Solana, like the casino chain. I mean, yeah, you're going to have to get over that eventually, though. I was the same way with Avalanche. I held Avalanche forever at like, I don't remember if it was 25 or 35. But oh my gosh, it was miserable. It was there for months last bull market, and everything else was running. I was like, F Avalanche. I'm out of here. It's not going anywhere ever. I sold it all, and it immediately exploded. And I hated it, dude. I was so mad. I was like, I hate Avalanche. I'm never buying Avalanche again. That's a stupid coin. And now I love Avalanche. Because I realized that came from an immature place. Which I think I was fully aware of that the entire time. Sometimes you have to be, you have to hate something from an immature place. That just helps you feel better. It's cheaper than therapy. Big Dog said, when to sell ETH? Do you believe we will have another bear market? I do believe we will. I think we'll always have a bear market. This next one might not be as crazy as the ones from the past because of institutional adoption, but who knows, man? I'm not gonna count it out and say that we're never gonna have a bear market that bad again, because it's always bad. It just depends on your perspective. I do believe that we're gonna have another bear market. Where do I think ETH is gonna go before then? I like the 10K targets. I don't know if it's actually gonna do it, but I like those targets. I like 10K for ETH. I like 1K for Sol. So ETH would be like a 2 point something X. Sol would be like a 5 point something X. But maybe those are way crazy targets. I would try to front run any target that I give you. Not financial advice. Alright, where were we? Stellar's down 0.36. It is chilling in the middle of our 38 to 52 range. Literally almost like perfectly in the middle. So we got our little support, bounce, break, support. Hopefully it can use this as a springboard to finally break above 52. Now, it looked like it wanted to do that. This was that insane run. Resistance, resistance, break below the midpoint. And then it was just resistance this whole time. We got support, 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 break, resistance, resistance. And now it's back at support. Hopefully, because it never tried it up here. After it resisted the 2 times it hit that resistance, it never tried a third time. This is going to be that third hit. Hopefully that third hit can actually break above 52. And we can continue from there. Polkadot is up 4.02%. Polkadot finally waking up. Polkadot might be a sleeper play here, guys. I'm not going to lie. It is. They kind of got decimated, thrown out of like the top 10. And never came back. Will disgrace their family name. All that stuff, you know. And there's really nothing wrong with the tech. They just kind of misspent some treasury funds on like poorly managed marketing. It's currently trading at 413. It's in between $4 and $4.21 at that midpoint. Might be able to use that as a springboard. We might get a pullback. It could even pull back down here. Regardless, in my opinion, it's at a decent price point. It got a decent sized pullback. The trend overall is bullish. So I would not be surprised to just see this thing continue to grind up. Not financial advice. We'll see where she takes it though. I also wouldn't be surprised if we got like some kind of a proper banana curve going on. I was shooting for that back here, but it didn't seem to play out. We did put in lower lows though, so I don't know. It's just one of those ones that's, it just seems so weird to me that it got so oversold for so long, because there's really no reason behind it. Farcoin is up 3.88%, currently trading at $1.09. Still dancing around with the possibility of this fractal. Next resistance is $1.14, supported at $1.07. It's holding above $1.07, so if we get a break of $1.14, then 121 is going to be next. It seems like these are really tight ranges, but if you actually measure the moves, this right here, 7%, that's decent. This right here, 7%, that's decent. This right here, 6%, that's decent. This right here, 5%. So we're in a tight range where there's been a lot of volume established. This, in my opinion, is an accumulation range. You accumulate in the middle, you buy like crazy below, you probably consider selling above. Not financial advice. We've seen this play out with stuff like Pinlink as well. Same story every single time. When you zoom out and you start noticing all the patterns, it's kind of easy to play. Billy said, OMG, if Sol hits 1K, that'll help me win back a lot of losses. That'll be great for my port. I'm not saying it's going to. I just like the target. JJ, wasn't the end of the 2021 bull run triggered by the Luna crash? No, it always seems that way. It's just the cycle. People sell, they take profits, and then retail gets all butthurt. They run away crying, and everyone blames everything else. Luna was definitely... If you wanted to blame it on something specifically, I would just blame it on all of them. Because you had Luna, you had FTX, you had Voyager, you had Celsius, you had BlockFi, Three Arrows Capital. There was way too many for it to be one specific event. Think of it like a brick house. Each collapse, you take out like a chunk of brick just in the corner. And then eventually, the roof falls down because an entire load-bearing corner has crumbled away. It's never one specific thing. But if you wanted to blame it on those events, then it would be a pile of them. Big Dog said, seems like it's too many alts and it's killing the volume. No, we're just getting started. If it's too many alts, then Total 3, Total 2, all that stuff, this stuff would be struggling. But we're near all-time highs on almost every single one of them. Total 3 near all-time high. Total 2 near all-time high. Total crypto market cap is actually past its all-time high. So if there was too many alts, then there just wouldn't be as much money in the market. Everything's pumping though. Stuff wouldn't be pumping, and all these charts would look like crap. Stuff's starting to hit the way that it's supposed to though. Let me see. Right here. ETH is starting to outperform. We're doing the same thing that we've always done. It happens every single time, around the same time, every single time. It is what it is. People are going to be skeptical. Thank you. I love how I pay attention to my chat as well. Let's see. I think it's weird when people ignore their chat. Or they demand super chats. If you want me to read your stuff, you're going to have to pay me. Like, F you, dude. That's weird. That's just weird. Like, I enjoy hanging out with you guys. Feel free to donate. It's not going to make me pay more or less attention to you, though. I try to read everyone's stuff. Okay. Giovanni said, Philly, I would just be cautious of set prices to sell all of it. I'll definitely sell most of my Sol around 300, 400, 500, moonbag, the rest. Yeah, you gotta kind of ladder out. That's your guaranteed way of winning. Nobody ever lost money taking profits. So, you can lose potential profits, but that's like the most gambly, irresponsible way to look at stuff. Guys, we got less than 1 minute remaining until the Bitcoin daily close contest, so make sure you guys get your guesses ready. Bitcoin currently trading at 116,489.98. Looking good. Very, very flatliney this last hour or so. Last 20, 30 minutes. Getting a little spicy. Let's transition. All right. Get your guesses ready, ladies and gents. Anyone can play, only one will win. If you are unfamiliar with the rules, let me know in the chat, and I will go over them for you. Bottom line, you want to try to guess what you think the daily close price of Bitcoin is going to be on this specific chart. And the daily close is in like 10 minutes and 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Ladies and gentlemen, you got a 5-minute window. Once that 5 minutes is up, it is game over. You can no longer submit a guess. Everybody gets one guess. Anybody can play. Only one will win. Chance to win up to $100. Current rankings as they stand. We got Tyler in first place with 27 wins for the year. Fahid in second with 20. Hoffs in third with 15. Tom Selleckscoat in fourth with 14. JShear 2.0 in fifth with 12. Mr. Roberts in sixth with 11. Janix in seventh with 9. Waterfly in eighth with 8. Coincidence. Giovanni in 9th with 7, and Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn in 10th with 5. Giovanni said, Waterfly, I'm coming for you. 116,420 for Mr. Giovanni Fontes. If you guys did not know, Mr. Giovanni Fontes is a representative of Grey Goose. Big Dog said, with ETFs, do you see ETH going back to 1,300 in the bear market? That's where that's why I think it's going to be interesting. I think this bear market might play out like a stock market bear market, where, and this is total speculation. I'm not saying this is going to happen. And the fact that everyone thinks this is going to happen probably means it's not going to. But the concept is that because of all the institutional adoption, including ETFs and stuff like that, we're going to see a bear market for crypto. Instead of like 50 to 80 to 95% for alts, it's probably going to be like 20, 25%. And maybe it only lasts like a year. I don't even know if you can call that, because the last bear market technically lasted like a year. If you would have bought 1 year after the peak, you would have probably nailed the bottom. And you'd be up so much. Like if you would have lump summed your entire investment 1 year after the peak bull market, you would probably have so much freaking money right now. I don't know if that's going to be the case again. Maybe it only lasts like 6 months. Maybe it only lasts 2 months. It's definitely going to be weird. The cycle's already different right now. It feels like we've gone through several bull markets and bear markets already, and that might be the case. We really won't know until like 3-4 years. Everyone's going to look back and be like, whoa, look at how weird 2025 was. All right, we got Drummer. 116-46969. Big Dog. Welcome to the channel, my friend. 117-300. That's a ballsy call. It is closest without going over Price is Right rules. So if your guess is over the daily close price, then it is void. Chris Kirby said no, Ethereum will not dip to 1,300. I mean, that does seem like a crazy dip right now. It's at 4260. That's my birthday. 426. Celinda Anderson said many alts dumped 80 to 90 by December and April. Between December and April? Yeah. Kevin Stone coming in with 116,606. Guys, get your guesses in for the daily close contest if you want to participate. Currently, we got 4 guesses. You got 1 minute and 42 seconds remaining to get your guess in. Billy said, I think I have 2 wins. Linda said, and you don't think that will happen in the bear market? I have no idea. I'm not saying I don't think that will happen. I'm sure a ton of alts will still do that. But top 10, top 15, top 20, I feel like there's a chance that that might not happen this time around. And, you know, I'm pretty sure everyone says that every single cycle. But this time, and again, this is a meme. This time is different. So I'm self-aware as I'm saying this, but this time really is different. We got Fahid coming in. Guys, you got 1 minute remaining. We have institutional adoption. The President of the United States, 116,330, has endorsed cryptocurrency. ETFs, we have like the most crypto-friendly, bullish, I don't even know what you'd call it, government right now. It's weird. It's weird, dude. The political landscape for cryptocurrency is on fire right now. The institutional landscape for cryptocurrency is on fire right now. There are literally Ethereum treasury companies that came out of nowhere. They're just accumulating all of the Ethereum. Since they went from Bitcoin to Ethereum, there are probably going to be other treasury companies. There's going to be Solana treasury companies, Avalanche, Cardano, XRP, HBAR, SWE, Ondo. There's probably going to be treasury companies for all these different assets. Ladies and gentlemen, time's up. Thank you everybody for participating. We currently have 5 participants. Zero said, yo, how's it going? It's going pretty good, Zero. How are you, my friend? Billy said, I remember Solana got all the way down to about $8. Isn't that crazy, dude? And we didn't buy. I didn't buy, at least. Like an idiot. It feels stupid now. Billy, you're late, my friend. You are late. You are late. Let's see. We got Big Dog. 117,300. We got Kevin Stone. 116,606. We got Dremmer, 116.46969. Nice, nice. We got Giovanni, 116.420. What am I doing here? Fontez. Why do I feel like that was spelled wrong? That was so trippy. And then we got Fahid, 116.330. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for participating. Zero said doing good too. Nice. That's what we like to hear. All right, we got our entrance. Looking good. So far, Dremmer is in the lead. Giovanni close behind. Kevin Stone got a pretty decent gap to his. The gap between Giovanni and Dremmer leaves a possibility for Fahid to catch another win. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for being here. We got 22 people watching. We've officially crossed the barrier of 1,100 subscribers. Tomorrow, we will be doing a minimum 8-hour live stream, potentially 12-hour, depending on how it goes. It's going to be a lot of fun. Feel free to stop by throughout the day. You can hang out the entire time. You can not hang out at all. You can literally just ignore what I'm saying. Do whatever you want to do. I would appreciate it if you guys stop by and smash the like button, though. We're going to have a lot of fun. Maybe do some GeoGuessr. Build a micro cap portfolio. We might do some live trades. I have no idea. I have no clue. I've planned same thing that I planned every single time. I have a list of fun stuff to do and probably other stuff that we're not even going to consider. Flexa said, went to do grocery shop and forgot bog rolls. I don't know what bog rolls are. That's a very British thing. Giovanni said, I want GeoGuessr. Toilet rolls. What the heck is a bog roll, though? You poop in the bog? That's disgusting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got 2 minutes and 1 second remaining on the clock. This channel is awesome. I appreciate you, big dog. Thank you. Bitcoin currently trading at 116,468.14. Giovanni is now in the lead. Remember, guys, that his Price is Right rules closest without going over. Zero said GeoGuessr would be fun. Dude, I'm so bad. I'm so bad at that. I've tried to play it like 3 or 4 times. I get so mad when I play it. 116,468.14. We got 1 minute and 32 seconds remaining on the clock. Giovanni Fontes still in the lead. Philly said, I know I'm late, but I did get 5 memberships. Thank you, Philly. Much appreciated. Flexa said, what's the vibe? We're chilling, actually. It's a pretty chill vibe. It's a Saturday vibe. I'd say it's very, very fitting for Saturday. We got 21 people watching. Do we have 21 likes is the question. The other day, you guys surprised the crap out of me. I refreshed, and we had the exact same number of likes as the number of people watching. I was like shook Dr. Phil. I did a double take. I was like, whoa. It was pretty sick. All right, we're getting a flat line right now. Bitcoin, 52 seconds remaining until the daily close. Currently 116,468.14. Bitcoin dominance, 59.88. Looking like it's going to close a daily candle below 60%, which is huge for altcoins. We'll see how Sunday plays out for alts, but right now, Saturday is looking pretty good. We got some juicy altcoin action. 32 seconds remaining on the Bitcoin price. 116,468.13. Giovanni Fontes still in the lead. Flexa said, W Philly, LMAO. I was just texting my dad. Philly said, Flexa, how could you typo toilet roll to bog rolls? You were just texting you. What does that have to do with bog? Is bog a word that you guys use over there? Nickname for toilet. Oh, okay. I understand. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The Bitcoin daily close price, 116,462.25. 116,462.25. 116,462.25. 116,462.25. 116,462.25. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Giovanni Fontes is our winner. Congratulations, Giovanni, on your victory. Spam the bananas in the chat. With a guess of 116,420 even. Congratulations, Giovanni, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for our winner. What an exciting day. Let me zoom out. Very cool. Mr. Giovanni, that will put him at 8, tied with Waterfly officially. Let me put Mr. Giovanni on our winner's Google Doc. Second day in a row. Is he going for Tom Selleck's GOAT record of 4 wins in a row? We'll see how tomorrow plays out. Congratulations, Giovanni, on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen. Flexus said, Bog is a nickname for toilet in my parts. That's so weird. All right, ladies and gentlemen, can I get a drum roll, please? The winner of today's daily close contest with a guess of 116,420 even and an actual Bitcoin daily close of 116,462 and 25 cents on August 9th, 2025. Mr. Giovanni Fontez's prize is a corn dog with mustard and ketchup. I believe this is homemade. I'm not entirely sure. There's a little hole at the top that is uncircumcised. Congratulations, Giovanni, once again on your victory. Feel free to share this with friends and family, with your coworkers, with your peers, whoever you find, whoever you want. Whatever you do, you are legally obligated to remove it from the premises. Congratulations once again on your victory. Let's see. Philly said, Waterfly, are you in Philly? Philly also said, JJ Bro, you can't slip me in the running. No, I cannot, my friend. Unless you are a tier 3 channel member, then you will be able to get an extra 60 seconds to get your guess in. Flexus said, I go a full strawberry trifle to myself. I don't know what that means. Is that those tiered kit? Dude, those are actually, is that, I think, let me see, hold on. I have to look it up. I'm hungry. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. I have a really good story about that, actually. So let me show you guys for context. This is what Flex is talking about. I think they're really freaking good. He's got a whole one of these to himself. My mother has this dish, and she made one of these before. This top part, it like sets on the base, so you can take this off to serve it, so that way you don't worry about anything falling out. Like, this is just the display part. This little top bowl thing comes off the bottom, and me and my uncle are drinking, and we're having fun, and this was a regular occurrence. We used to get plastered, and we're having fun, whatever, and we're like drinking beers, and we're talking, whatever, and then he starts talking about food, and I was like, oh my gosh, my mom has that thing in the fridge, and he's like, oh, we should go get some. And we're effed up, dude. Like, we're beyond cognitive function. So we get up and we like saunter into the kitchen, and I open up the fridge and I go to grab it, and my Uncle Billy's just like talking. He's like, man, you know, it sounds really good. I want some bread and butter. And that's all he ever talked about whenever he got drunk. And I go to grab this thing out, and I dropped it. The thing did not break, but it went all over the ground. And the kitchen was all tile, but there was a little rug in front of the refrigerator, and it went all on the rug. And we had animals, so this rug is kind of like, it's a rug. It's a rug on the floor. You know, there's like some pet hair, some dirt. It's a disgusting rug. You don't eat stuff off the floor. It doesn't matter where you are. My Uncle Billy, I'm like, oh shoot, oh my gosh. I start like scooping it up into a plastic bag to throw it away. And I got the thing up and I'm cleaning it off, whatever. My Uncle Billy's like, that's still good. And he grabs it with his hand and he starts eating it. And I was like, Uncle Billy, don't eat that. It's disgusting. I had to like escort him away, and he's like eating it off the floor. I was like, Uncle Billy, please stop. Oh man, I don't remember what I did. I probably threw the whole carpet away, but man, Uncle Billy was the best, dude. Cheers to Uncle Billy. He's no longer with us. Absolute legend. So much fun. You said, honestly, so good. Chocolate gâteau ones are nice too. I don't even know what those are. It looks so yummy though. Congratulations, Giovanni Fontes, once again on your victory. Ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin 116,505 and 23 cents. Bitcoin dominance did close below 60%. Huge win for altcoins. We'll see if this continues. What do we got? Did you guys smash the like button yet? We got 10 likes. We got 10 likes. Okay. We got 17 people watching. Can we get to 17 likes? Bitcoin dominance looking like it wants to potentially rebound. Bitcoin, a little indecisive here. What I like here is that we got our chop. We got our entry point for the elites. Hopefully they're about to send it, dude. I think that's very possible. Let's see. Where were we? I know we didn't finish. We got to Farcoin Cass. Cass closed green. It is dancing in between 9 and 9.7. See if we can break above 9.7 and then 10. Start to play with the big dogs. It's about to get spicy. Where's the JJ as a full line? Once it gets above 14, it's going to be fun. But Cass right now is just chilling. Very quiet. Avalanche also closed green between 23.2 and 25. Break above 25 is also going to be a big win. What we have here that we didn't have before we broke above retested, right now we retested, established a base in the middle. Hopefully we're going to break above and just keep going. We might break above retest and continue, but I do want to see a break above 27.33 next. It's going to be the big point because we haven't been above that since February, which is when a lot of our previous highs broke down. February was the last time Fair and Greed was a little spiced up. Chainlink is up, or closed up. Wow, dude, Chainlink has been killing it. Currently sitting above 21.67, which was our next big point of contention. Last time we were this high was February. Chainlink is breaking the bank. Look at that volume. Volume's up like crazy. RSI incredibly overbought. We do have a confirmed red dot on the momentum wave as well. Just back here. Turned into a nothing burger. Invalidated. Is it going to play out now though? We'll have to wait and see. If we hold above 21.67, it's going to be huge. 20 should be a relatively decent support though. It does look like she wants to try to break down a little bit. Get a little breather. Alts might be a little too spiced up right now. We'll see though. Chainlink looks awesome, dude. I can't believe this thing shredded this much. There's nothing trades quite as nice as Chainlink. There's so much crap on this chart because it all came into play. Every single line that I put on here was important. And it blew my mind every time. I'm like, whoa, look at how nice Chainlink looks. You can literally go back every time I pull up Chainlink, I'm blown away. Flexa said I saw calls for 88 Link Discover channel or someone, I forgot. You know what I like that I feel like nobody talks about? I like Frankie Candles. I don't watch him. I've watched him like 2 or 3 times, but every time I've tuned in, he seems super chill and he's got great advice. He's telling people about taking profits. He's like, I don't care what the dollar amount is. If you have a $100 trade and you make 5%, if you can't close a 5% trade because you don't think $5 is a lot, how do you expect to close a 5% trade when it's like $5 grand and you're trading with like 10, 20, 30K? You know, 100K, whatever. It's the percentage that should matter. Don't worry about what other people think. You're not trading for other people. You're trading for yourself. And I was like, that's what I say. But it's true. Doge also closed green, sitting above, or was sitting above 24. I think it closed below it though. We got a candle close at 23.99. Wow. So a little fake out above 24. We'll see if it gets back above. If it does pull back though, maybe look for, it might come all the way back down to 21.6, honestly. But midpoint support would be 22.8-ish. NIR's up 0.11% since the daily close. Also closed tremendously green. It is right in between 269 and 299. Let's see if it establishes support here. It's kind of at resistance though, the midpoint. So break above 285, be a big deal. Volume, I could stand to see volume increase a little bit as well. NIR seems to have been pretty steady. Very stable increase in price. We got a confirmed red dot back here on Market Cipher. See if that ends up playing out or not. Right now it's just chilling. Flexa said was such a bargain at $5. People missed that too. I feel like people missed everything, dude. And those are all the same people that are like, oh my gosh, my alts aren't pumping. And unfortunately that's the case because they started dollar cost averaging like 6 months ago versus like 3 years ago when everything hit the bottom, like when everything bottomed out hard over the course of a year, they were like, I'm not doing crypto anymore. They put in like $5 a month, which even then, that probably would have accumulated it to a nice pretty penny. They probably didn't even do that. They like bought the dollar cost average, got mad and sold it all. And now they're dollar cost averaging. Even though they sold at a loss here, they could have kept it, had break even right back at that same exact price level, but they sold at a loss. And now they're buying in again. And this is going to go down. They're going to do the same thing. They're going to sell it right here. It's crazy, man. Market psychology is, I mean, it's basically the same as regular psychology. I took one psychology class in college. Loved it. Pengu closed green as well, sitting right below 4. It's at 38.8 right now. Closed right around there as well. Break above 4 would be a big psychological level. A lot of wicks. People might be selling, taking profits. It's got a lot of volume too, though, actually. Looks pretty good. Volume kind of falling off, though, actually. Interesting. So volume falling off while the price is increasing. It's in a very clear uptrend overall. Pengu looks great, dude. I think Pengu might be a Doge killer. Silver, 38.33. Looking good. MicroStrategy looks the same. DXY, very choppy. NASDAQ and S&P, beautiful. Bitcoin dominance, 59.87. Is she going to dump? I think she might. Billy said, I lost over a though on near. Over 1,000 on near. I can't believe it tanked so hard. Near can suck it. Flexa said 19 people watching. Welcome. Appreciate you guys. Philly. Yeah, near kind of got shafted. It was just like the rest of them, though. There's never going to be a chain that's like immune to the cycle. The peaks and valleys of the cycle. It's going to happen every single time. It got a little overhyped. It's got a clear trend down here. See this purple line? You got a clear uptrend right there. So bottom line, you could count on it bouncing off its hand. But this thing went crazy last bull market. This time around, it's starting to establish. Look at this. This is actually, near is a beautiful chart. Ready? Everyone's like, oh my gosh, we're mid bull market right now. No, we're not. They said that back here too in 2021. Look at this thing. This thing went into 2022 and just went bananas. The same exact thing is about to happen. Right now, we're here, and we're about to do this, but bigger, tremendously bigger. Think about it. There's a lot more money in the market now, a lot more interest. We're in the small accumulation area. We're about to go into the big explosion area. Is it going to happen over the same period of time? Probably not. It's probably going to be really fast. Is it going to come down as far? Maybe. Maybe it goes down farther. Maybe it stops right around here. Who knows? I have no clue. But I definitely know that there's a lot more interest in the market right now. And a lot more money is able to invest in the market. We've basically unlocked the entire global market. And we're about to see what they can do. Congratulations, Giovanni, once again on your victory. Gosh, this chart is so messy. I've had a handful of people like randomly comment on a video or a stream afterwards. They're like, why don't you draw more lines on your charts? I'm like, yeah, I mean, I don't blame you, but I'm probably going to. Probably legitimately going to draw more lines. Billy said, I think near is very 2021. Probably is. I don't know if we're allowed to judge it based on the previous timeline, though. Is it going to do the same thing? Is it going to do something different? I have no clue. The market is a entirely different beast. Picard TV said, I want to eat the corn dog. It does look like a good corn dog. That looks like a good corn dog. Now imagine, this is going to be gross, and it's never going to be... Imagine if the stick was a pretzel rod. It would probably break and ruin your whole day. Flexa said, those people never seen a real millionaire's charts. The lines are everywhere. Like tarted spider web. Giovanni said, I got near so low, I don't even look at it. I'm up. Nice. That's the way to do it, man. I'm telling you. Let's actually measure this. So let me go to a clean chart. Or cleaner chart. Let me just go to the clean chart. Just go to this one. And I'm going to go to the daily. And I want to look at this. Oh my gosh. Am I a genius? Look at the fractal. Look at the fractal. So what I did, everyone's calling for, oh my gosh, we're double topping, whatever. Look at this teeny tiny, this little hump right there. Before the bull market last time, that little Bart, this guy, way down here, July, August 2020. If we're doing the extended cycle, diminishing returns, the extended cycle could argue that right now we are in 2020 versus 2021 for the cycle. And I was like, what if that Bart right there is this? Because it looks very, very similar. And I copy pasted the fractal, and we're literally following it perfectly, which tops us out around 800K, which is freaking insane. Are we ever going to get that high? I have no idea. I have no clue. Why would I know? That would put us at like a $16 trillion market cap. Let me look. What is the market cap of gold right now? Gold is at 20 trillion. So if you guys think that for any reason Bitcoin could even capture half of gold's market cap, that would be 10 trillion. It's at 2 right now. You think this is going to 500K? Then you're looking at half of gold's market cap. The fractal looks pretty damn good though. Big Dog said first bull market, I'm scared. I'm going to be a bag holder. You got to ladder out on the way up, man. Have a plan for sure. Just have a plan. I like the dollar amount plan. I'm not looking for specific price targets. The price is going to definitely influence what I do and what I don't do. But I would rather have like the money that I'm looking for is what I'm going to cash out at. Like if I have a $10,000 portfolio and I'm looking for 100K, I'm going to wait until my portfolio gets to 100K and then I'm going to cash out. I'm never going to cash out my entire portfolio. Blows my mind when people are like, I sold everything, I'm out of crypto. Why? Because if it goes higher, you have nothing. But if it doesn't go higher, if it goes lower, you can take enough out to where you don't feel burned by the bear market. Like right here, let's actually just go back and look at this. If you were experiencing this for the first time, a lot of people probably sold right here, which is totally fine. 40K, it went up to 60. So they missed out on another 50% gain. If you would have sold 50%, then you would have had your other 50% to sell right here. Selling the whole bag never makes sense, in my opinion. I can't make it make sense in my brain. Right now, it literally just looks like we're laddering up nonstop. And it's just showing nonstop tremendous strength. And I don't know what else. Are we going to top out soon? I don't think so. What I would start to be worried about is what we look like in autumn. I really like these seasonal charts. Check this out. Bitcoin in 2020, 2021, 2022, 23, 24, and 25. And the colors we got right now, we're sitting right here. And this is where we are every single time during June, July, August, September. Next, we start to ramp up a little bit. September, October, November, December. And then January, February, we go crazy. So 2021, it started to pull back after November. That was the bull market going into bear market. So we got to take that into consideration. If we're in 2021 right now, XRP boom, oh dead, Tengu 23. I'm not sure actually. Where is XRP? XRP 323. The question you got to ask yourself about XRP is how much farther is it going to go? It might go crazy, but let me actually just show you something. This is a great tool. Market cap of. Do you think XRP has the power to flip ETH? If you do, then right now, with the current valuation of Ethereum, XRP is going to do a 2.6x, which is cool, but why even risk that for a 2x? Because what if XRP is topped out? I think the previous all-time high is that, no, we broke it. I don't remember what it is. We broke the previous all-time high, I think. It might be 384. Who knows? I don't know. I do believe that they just released more of the escrow XRP for the team or whatever. So they are selling. But it's a free market. It is what it is. Is it going to go further? I feel like it probably is going to go further. A lot of people believe in it for some reason. My biggest problem is the people that come on here and they're like, "What's up, crypto bros? Today I'm going to tell you how many XRP you need to be a millionaire." The answer is just one. Because in order for Ripple to operate as a money rail system, they need a 10 trillion gazillion billion dollar market cap. It's just math. And that's the TikTok. That's the whole thing. And then you get a text from your brother-in-law and he's like, "Hey, dude, I just bought 50 XRP because if it goes to $1 million each and we have $50 million, I'm going to buy you and your wife a house after I buy your sister a house." It's cringy, dude. It's cringy. So, how much farther do you think XRP can go up? You think it can go to ETH's market cap and flip ETH right now? ETH almost near all-time high? It's going to do a 2.6x. Big deal. Not saying it's time to give up on it, but it's getting a little spicy. It is the third largest market cap. Let's go down to the 4-hour. We got some news articles, guys. Let's see. Pulse Playa said, "What's up, guys? What's going on, Pulse Playa? Happy Saturday. Enjoying your weekend, my friend." Billy said, "My laddering out method for ETH is selling 0.1 quantity ETH for every $50 pump. I started at 3,900. Recognize said, "Excuse me, did you just garb my ass? XRP equals $7.01. Flexa said, "Depends on how much the team sell." Mwahahaha. I like that everyone was like, "The XRP member, blah, 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 is selling his XRP. Why would he have XRP anymore if he doesn't even work for them?" You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Charlie Lee, they compared it to Charlie Lee, the founder of Litecoin. He was the founder when he sold. The guy that doesn't work for XRP anymore is selling XRP. Who cares? He hasn't worked there for like 5 years. Goofy, man. I'm on both sides of the fence. I think the people that think XRP is going to $1 million are brain dead morons, and I feel bad for the gullible folks that fall for that stuff. But I also feel like XRP has been like bullied and like spat on by like the town like jock, the what's it called, the quarterback of the football team, and like the hot cheerleader chick for way too long. So I thoroughly enjoy XRP just shredding and flipping everything and becoming the third largest cryptocurrency by market cap. That makes me laugh. Flexa said, "Didn't Joe Lubin get like 1 billion XRP when he left?" That guy? No, I remember the guy's name. It was like, I remember the name. Let me see. It's the guy who made Stellar. XLM creator. I think it was the guy who made Stellar. Jed McCaleb? I think it was Jed McCaleb. Okay, yeah, here's the problem. Jed McCaleb, also known for co-founding Ripple and creating Mt. Gox. So that should tell you everything that you need to know. Not financial advice. Imagine Sam Bankman-Fried creating a coin. He's a co-founder though of XRP, so also it's only 50% Sam Bankman-Fried. The other 50% is Caroline Ellison. Flexa said, "Last I knew, he had 700 million left." That's so crazy, dude. Imagine just having that on standby. Big Dog said 4 to 5 for XRP this bull run. Yeah, see, I don't mind that target either. That's still a pretty decent win, you know. $100 is a pipe dream. I agree. Crack smokers pipe dream for real. It's not impossible. It's just improbable. They would need to buy back a ridiculous amount and burn it. They would need to burn like 60 or 70% of the supply in order for it to even have like a little semblance of a possibility of it getting to that price within our lifetime. People don't understand. Market cap is important. Bitcoin 116,601 and 28 cents. Congratulations, Giovanni, once again on your victory. News articles. We got Merlin the Trader. The ETH supply squeeze is real. Only 18.8 million ETH left on exchanges. This isn't retail. This is smart money draining liquidity. Supply is vanishing. Are you positioned for the most hated rally of the year? Big Dog said, yeah, I like this channel. No FUD on here. Nice. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, we try to be real, man. Try to be real. Ethereum, exchange reserve, all exchanges. It is plummeting. It's actually... looks like it's at the lowest it's ever been. At least since 2022, since as far back as this goes. So we'll see, man. Supply squeeze on ETH would be crazy. Putin offers a ceasefire in Ukraine in exchange for Eastern territory. Very cool. Ricky Ricardo said they said the same exact FUD shit about Bitcoin back in the day, so I know we are on the right side of XRP history. I mean, it's not FUD. XRP can't go to $100. It just can't. Unless, like I said, you buy and burn a portion of the supply. That's not FUD. That's just how market cap works. Let me show you. If XRP went to the same as Bitcoin, 2 trillion, it would be $40. $2 trillion market cap would be 40. That tells you that you need to get to like $5 or $6 trillion market cap in order for it to be $100. So again, it's not impossible, it's just improbable. Mr. Crypto, nope, I read this. This is the next one. How Trump will make Fed Chair Powell powerless. This I actually really enjoyed. And I do have a pretty decent bias against Powell because I'm trying to buy a house and he's making it almost impossible, but it is what it is. The Fed's power lies in their ability to control interest rates as well as expand and reduce their balance sheet. However, the Fed's main source of power is simple. It's their ability to provide guidance. When the Fed says they are going to do something, it is priced in well before they actually do it. In our view, Trump will soon drastically reduce the Fed's ability to provide guidance. This will come in the form of a phantom Fed chair, Phantom of the Opera, if you will. Highly recommend. When Trump announces his next Fed chair, forward-looking statements from Fed Chair Powell will lose 90% plus of their effect. Rather, markets will trade based on the statements of the newly announced phantom Fed chair. While Powell's term as Fed chair ends May 2026, bull market possibly extending until next year, which, by the way, is what the last bull market did. It topped out in 2021, and then 2022, altcoins topped out. So it would literally follow the exact same pattern. History doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. Rather, markets will trade based on statements of the newly while Powell's term ends May 2026, his ability to control rates will rapidly diminish in the immediate future. Markets know this is coming. That's exciting. The last dump was so heavily manipulated that it was obvious whales now have their bags packed. A massive pump here is inevitable. And what's nice is they literally can't push the price down. They were trying so hard. Like, they did a decent job here, and then it just got scooped right up. Handful of people sold again, scooped right up. They cannot push the price down because people aren't buying to flip it. They're buying to hold it. One of my favorite quotes, like Saylor has said a lot of junk. One of my favorite quotes from him, and it's a very recent one, is Bitcoin is the exit strategy. That blew my mind, dude. I loved it. Giovanni said, all right, I'm out of here. I have to go to in-law dinner since someone didn't want to do the 1,000 subscriber stream today. It is what it is, man. Big Dog said, JJ buying a house with Bitcoin. I'm buying a house with Fartcoin. Dude, Fartcoin being the butt of every joke makes me so happy. I gotta start accumulating some Fartcoin just for fun. But when Bill Pulte submitted the thing for them to start accepting cryptocurrency in consideration as like savings as assets for you to get a mortgage, everyone was like, you can now get a mortgage backed by Fartcoin. I was like, hell yeah. So I think that would be so much fun. You know how big of a video idea that would be too? Oh my gosh, is that too stupid? What if I crowdfunded like 50 grand in Fartcoin and just put it in where it needs to be? In order for it to count for the mortgage, it has to be on a centralized exchange that they recognize. So I'm assuming let me see. Is Fartcoin listed on Coinbase? Okay. Well, that's upsetting. I would have to try to figure out what centralized exchange. So we crowdfund 50K. We buy a house, and I film the entire process of the paperwork that says Fartcoin 50 grand and all that stuff. And then we make a huge video on it. And then everyone that contributed the 50K for the Fartcoin gets whatever profits that video makes. That would be huge. I think that would be awesome. We should fucking do that. That sounds like so much fun. Okay. Literally buying a house with Fartcoin. That would be the video title. Total US debt has officially crossed above 37 trillion for the first time in history. This puts total US debt up to 780 billion since the debt ceiling was raised following the signing of the One Big Beautiful Bill into law on July 4th. This equates to an average rise of a whopping 22 billion per day. Last week alone, the government sold 724 billion in treasuries through 10 auctions. The US debt crisis is worse than ever. The rest of the alt market has broken out from its record-setting 51-month compression. Ladies and gentlemen, alt season is here. I truly believe, I really do believe that we are entering alt season, and we're about to make history and a shit ton of money. Watcher Guru just in ETH 4,200 bucks. Let's go. U.S. national debt reaches an all-time high of 37 trillion. Very cool. President Trump's executive director of digital assets, Bo Hines, resigns. Bo Hines resigns? ETH surpasses a $515 billion market cap. Bo Hines knows what's coming. He resigned so that he could load the F up on ETH and other altcoins. $4,300 Ethereum. Let's freaking go. This one's exciting. Are you ready? $1.32 billion in shorts will be liquidated if ETH passes 4,700 bucks. It's at 42.66 right now. It got as high as 43.26, 4,700. That's all it takes, man. Then next we got 7.5 billion longs will be liquidated if ETH goes down to 3,600. What do we think is going to come first? I don't know if it's going down to 36 would be crazy. It should have support at 37. But you never know, man. Executive Director of the White House Crypto Council, Bo Hines, is stepping down to return to the private sector. Hines, who previously worked as a partner at a growth equity firm before joining the Trump administration, will remain on as a special government employee to assist with AI initiatives alongside David Sachs. Hines' deputy, Patrick J. Witt, is expected to step into the role of executive director in his place. More to come. Very cool. Going to the moon. We just read that. Yep. Okay. Then we got Stock Money Lizard. Soon ETH will be at 4.3K and Bitcoin at 130K. I won't flex any more PNL cards here, but I want to make a point. If you decide to be in crypto, you need to do it with conviction. Buy oversold levels and take profits. Let the rest moonbags run. Repeat until infinity. If you chase the green candles, you will lose. Most people don't make any money in this circus because they are too afraid to buy the red candles. Guys, I don't want to be that guy. Not this early, but if we get to that point where the market's overinflated and we think it's about to go down, we think we're about to hit the bear market, we might even set a solid date. We're going to have to talk about this tomorrow during the 8-hour stream. I want to set a specific date where we start building a forever short position. Imagine shorting the top of the bull market, or like building up, like right near the top, we short, we add to it, up, and then it starts plummeting, and we go into a proper bear market. Imagine catching that and actually making a ridiculous amount of money from a forever short leading into the bear market. I want to try and plan that and see if we can execute it, because I think that would be huge. Also, if you guys are interested, I have a free, it's always going to be free. I'm never going to charge you guys. I think that's weird. I have a Discord linked in the description. We are doing a compound trading challenge. I'm going to start talking about this more again because market's getting spicy and I think it's more possible now than ever. We did some math a while ago, months ago, and I started with 50 bucks. I'm at 100 and well, hold on. I'm at 164 right now. So I have tripled my money. We started with $50. We are trying to compound 5% a day. So you have to make 5% a day. Some days we lost, which is why we're behind schedule. So we lost some days, we caught up, whatever. We are compounding daily for after 6 months, half of a year. We are not depositing any money. So here's the parameters. We start with 50 bucks. We open a trade every single day. We open one trade. As soon as it gets to 5%, we close it. We can get more. We can get 10, 15, 20. It doesn't matter. As long as we stay on schedule. 5% daily. 5% daily starting with $50 after 6 months, which is just 180 days, I think. Is that right? Hold on. 6 times 30. 180. So 185% trades compounded, you would have $368,000. Taking profits is a psyop. I'm convinced. If I had been doing this from the beginning, I would have a house. I would have had a house 2 years ago. I was so locked in on taking profits. I would take a $100 trading portfolio, trade it up to 200 bucks, take $100 out. Trade it up to 200 bucks, take $100 out. It was like a little high yield savings account for me. I was just taking 100 bucks out every couple of months, every couple of weeks, whatever. If I had just kept that money in there, I would have hundreds of thousands of dollars right now. I'm genuinely convinced. This is crazy thing that I discovered. And I feel like it's like an industry kept secret. So I've documented every single individual day. Here's day 1 through 20. Oops. Here's day 1 through 20. So on day 20, if you're doing 5% a day, after 20 days, starting with 50 bucks, you would have $132. Here's day 21 through 40. We are at 164 bucks right now. So I am right at day 24. Like I said, I'm a couple months behind. I'm going to start taking this a little more serious this time because we got a lot of volume, a lot of momentum. It's way more possible now more than ever. The idea is by day 180 to have $325,000. And I've already made it crystal clear to everybody. If I get to a point, this is between day 140 and day 160. At day 156, 100K, if I get to 100K, I'm probably taking it all off the table. If I get to 100K compound trading, I'm taking it out. Every last bit. And I can do it all over again. Why the heck not? You know what I mean? But I'm doing low leverage, like 4x compound trading to try to get to 100K. HQZ said, howdy, take a look at Alien Base, please. ALB. I will do that for sure, my friend. Let's get to it. ALB. Alien Base token. Cheers, guys. Happy Saturday. Appreciate you guys for being here. Volume looks great. It's a DEX. Okay. This thing's been around a long time, since 2023. Nice. A couple years for a token like this is actually quite a win. So it ran the same time as everything else, and it looks like it wants to wake up again. Is it going to do it? I'll give you buy and sell levels. We've looked at this before. Not buy and sell, I'm sorry. I'll give you points of interest. You definitely got some right here based on resistance, 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 resistance. You're sitting right there. As soon as you break above that, it's going to get a little more spicy for you, which is good. You got previous support turned resistance right there. And then from there, I guess I would go right here. That's going to be a little bit weak as far as resistance goes right there. And maybe right there. Then after that, it should be pretty clean. This right here, this is not enough price action for me to justify any points of interest. You'll probably get them, but it'll be pretty easy to break through them. So right now you're at 92.62. You want to get above 94. And then eventually 10 or 11. And then next, it's pretty clear until 1785. Obviously, look out for the midpoints. Midpoints are always going to be points of interest, strictly based on the structure. You could get a rejection, break above, support, and then break. But your main points of contention are going to be the green lines that I drew. Not financial advice, of course. If you want to screenshot them, zoom out so you can have another look. Those are all going to be areas of resistance, and then once you break them, they'll turn into support, strictly based on previous price action of resistance and support. Resistance, support. Resistance, support. Got it. And it's usually whatever one has multiple areas of resistance or support. It's pretty easy to put them on there. You can also, if you want to do it the easier way, just look up the fixed range volume profile and go back like 12 months. Check them all out. Look at arrows on here. That's exciting. This chart's crazy. Woo! Look at that thing, man. $1 billion market cap. Where's she going? What do we think arrow's going to? What was... I really like CoinMarketCap historical. If you guys don't use it, highly recommend. I'm going to go to Uniswap. Because Uniswap's coin was huge last bull market. I think they outperformed sushi and everything else. Last all-time high, or current all-time high on Uniswap is May of 2021. Let me go to May 2021. Let me just go May 16th. I want to find Uniswap, which is going to be... I passed it. I did. Okay, it's number 11. So Uniswap's previous all-time high is $20.4 billion. Currently, what has that? $20.4 billion. About a $20 billion market cap. We got not a lot, actually. Cardano's 28. Hyperliquid's 14. That's a big gap. Jeez. I gotta get some hype for sure. Let's just do Cardano. Well, no, let's do hype. Let's do hype. So, Arrow with hype's market cap. It's going up to 16 bucks. Woo. What do we think, guys? I think it's possible. And that'll be less than what Uniswap got to at its peak. This is what I mean. Everyone's talking about not enough money and stuff in the market. If the top 10 on where's the historical? If top 10 on the historical price action is like 20 billion plus, we got 20, 27, 40, 50, 60, 66, 75, 85, and then $500 billion. This isn't even a... That wasn't the top for Bitcoin. That's crazy. If the top 10 doesn't look like this, then we're not anywhere near the top, in my opinion. Just my opinion. All right, next we got... Let me go check on Bitcoin again really quick. Oh, jeez. Congratulations, Giovanni, once again on your victory. Okay. Soon, ETH will be at 4.3K. I read all of this, blah, 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 blah. If you chase the green candles, you will lose. This is great advice. If you chase the green candles, you will lose. Most people don't make any money in this circus because they are too afraid to buy the red candles. That is 1000% true. Genuinely. Colin talks crypto, 15K ETH. Is it possible? That would be insane. The trend argues that it's coming. This guy talked about this on July 17th. That would be roughly 3 to 4x from ETH's previous all-time high of 4,800. That would perfectly touch the upper trend line. Bitcoin will likely be 2 to 3x from its previous all-time highs of 69. Ethereum will outpace Bitcoin as ETH is a beta asset with smaller market cap and more volatility. ETH will also crash harder after the bull run is over. Can't really argue with that. It's time to celebrate. ETH BTC is pumping. ETH USD is pumping too. Bitcoin USD is gearing up for another leg up. And tons of alts are doing amaze. It's okay not to try to time the top of Bitcoin dominance perfectly. TechDev posted, I would say if you've never seen a monthly move as savage as ETH's,
but you just saw it from Bitcoin last cycle, almost like ETH's always been one cycle behind. True. The market's job for the last 4 years has been to make most forget that what's about to happen can happen. And most people did forget that. And that's why everyone's squeamish right now. And we're just now entering the proper alt-season bull market. Fun time. A lot of people are going to miss out. They're going to be underexposed and very mad. Everyone's going to be running around. Like the winners are going to have a couple hundred grand, maybe a couple million. And the people that doubted are going to have like 5, 10, 15, 20K. They're going to be very upset. Cointelegraph posted unemployment has been stable at 4.2% for over a year. That's a historical low, showing a strong market. That is pretty stable, honestly. Canary Capital CEO expects Bitcoin to hit 150K before the bear market comes. Hell yeah. Love to see it. Arthur Hayes, I think we mentioned this on stream the other day. Arthur Hayes sold all of his ETH right before the breakout. And you got to respect the guy. He came out and he said he had to buy it all back. Can you forgive me, Fun Strat? I pinky swear I'll never take profit again. The dude sold his entire bag of ETH and Athena, and then he bought it all back as soon as ETH broke 4K again. He bought it back. He spent more money. He sold like 10 million worth, and he bought it back for like 14 million. Probably to buy the same quantity back. That's literally buying the top. Like, he's exit liquidity right now. You don't do that. Just saying. Not financial advice. If you're going to take profit, you have to have just as much conviction in your profit taking than you had in the coin in the first place to get to those profits. 18.5 billion in shorts will be liquidated at 130K for Bitcoin. Hell yeah. A whale panic sold 38,582 ETH when it dropped to 35.48. They just bought back in at 4,010. Did you hodl? That's crazy. Could you imagine? Athena's USDE hits 5.7 billion in total cross-chain volume, ranks third among synthetic dollars by market cap. Wow, that's actually huge. Sailor says Bitcoin is digital capital. I think it's going to outperform the S&P index over the indefinite future. That's a bold statement. Harvard says, okay, in 2018, this one makes me happy as well. In 2018, Harvard says Bitcoin is more likely to hit $100 than 100K. 2025, Harvard buys $116 million worth of Bitcoin at $116,000. Everyone gets Bitcoin at the price they deserve. Hell yeah. Just in, $8 trillion Morgan Stanley says we're in a new bull market. The bear market ended in April. Follow the smart money, guys. Altcoins now in phase 2. The big rotation is coming. One word, altcoin season. I'm going to look at this more and more every single time. Phase 1 was Bitcoin. Flow of money moves into Bitcoin, causing price surges. We just saw that. Phase overlap. Money flows into Ethereum, but it struggles to keep up with Bitcoin. Ethereum goes back and forth with Bitcoin and starts outperforming it. Phase 2, Ethereum. Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin, and we hear talks of the flippening. Phase overlap. Money is starting to trickle into large caps, where we see large buy-ups happening. Phase 3, large caps. Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin, and large caps are going parabolic. Phase overlap. Regardless of market cap, some altcoins with strong fundamentals are having pumps. Phase 4, the final phase. Altseason. Large caps have gone full vertical, and we're seeing blow-off tops. Mid caps, low caps, micro caps all tend to pump around the same time. Large caps have been outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum. It seems every coin is going parabolic regardless of fundamentals. Memes are everywhere. Everyone is super excited, and you feel the mania in the air. Do you feel the mania yet? Because I don't. That's because we're at phase 2, guys. Possibly, if it goes quick enough, phase overlap could be happening already. Exciting times, guys. Bitcoin getting a little pumpy here. Currently 116, 723.34. I just closed that and I wasn't supposed to. Whoops. Give me 1 second. Let me get back to it. Okay, I was not that far. Okay. Next, we got one of my favorites. Periods when to make money. The market runs on a cycle, and it's been repeating for over a century. Major peaks show up every 18 to 20 years. 1999 and 2019 were two of the biggest. The next one, all signs point to 2026. Missed the wave, and the next might not come until the 2040s. We got 1924. This literally this thing's everywhere. They've actually made it negative, which looks way cooler because it looks like it's drawn on a chalkboard. This is like an old business card or some crazy thing. There's literally, I think there's one date on here that doesn't correlate perfectly. It says that there's going to be hard times, and apparently that year was really good. I think it was like 78 or 72. There's something like that. But the middle is where you want to sell. A, years in which panics have occurred and will occur again. Next one is going to be 2035. The one previously, 2019. What happened in 2019? That's so weird. I don't seem to recall any enormous historical event happening in 2019 that may be confused with the term panic. That's very strange. Anyways, after 2019, we got 2005, 2007. After 2019, we go to 2023, which is C, years of hard times, low prices, and good time to buy stocks, corner lots, goods, etc., and hold till the boom reaches the years of good times, then unload. Low prices as in assets, by the way, specifically. Everything dumped. Leading into 2023. 2022, we like reached Pico lows. 2023, we were getting a little bit of a breather off of that. 2026 is next year. We are in between right here. There's 3 years. See that little 3 right there? You go 2023, 4, 5, 6. We're in 2025 right now. We are 66% of the way there. We're about to reach 2026, where we're all going to make an insane amount of money. Flex said Ozzy Osbourne bit the head off a bat live on stage and didn't get what a mystery. That must have been an organic bat. Not lab grown. Okay. I will say, you feel like a maniac buying crypto for years and years and years, nothing happening, you're just losing money, and then you start making money. It feels so good, dude. It feels so good. Rest in peace, Ozzy, by the way. Absolute legend. Surprised he made it this long. Dude is one of the greatest individuals of all time to ever grace the planet. I did get a chance to see him at Ozfest 07. One of the coolest concert experiences I've ever had. And I've been to like hundreds of concerts. So that was so worth it. Last but not least, we got absolutely incredible. Ethereum is casually up another 7% on a Saturday night, now trading at 4,300. This marks its highest level since December 2021. Crypto is on fire. Hell yes. The tabloids are now slowly trickling into disbelief. Bitcoin 116,731. Tomorrow might get crazy, guys. Tomorrow might get crazy. Let's see, though. Let's see. Portfolio update. Our 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is still actually down. It is down $17. Currently being held up by Render, Sol, Ondo, ADA, and Doge. Being dragged down by Proppy, Fetch, Near, Shib, and Aptos. ADA's in profit, Ondo's in profit, Sol's in profit, Render's in profit. Everything else is down. Next, we got our Memecoin portfolio. Up $111. Ooh, look at that. SNEK is back at break even. Look at that. GigaChat is down $64. SNEK is up 60 cents. Doge is up $6. Pepe is up $63. And WIF is up $104 with shredding. Then we got our narrative portfolio, my favorite and the most stable. Currently in profit, $144. This portfolio is made up of one meme coin, one artificial intelligence coin, one decentralized physical infrastructure coin, one real-world asset coin, and one gaming coin, and is absolutely killing it. Currently, VeChain is the only asset that is negative. It is down $7. Decentraland is in profit 13. Fetch is in profit 22. Tao's in profit 35. And Pepe is in profit 79. Then we got our perfect entry portfolio, which is 60% fulfilled. It is currently in profit $99.67. At the moment, Render is the only asset that is negative. It is down $1.30 something. $1.20. Nope, $1.21. Sol is up $1.10. ETH is up $11. Ondo's up $17. Swee's up $27. And Link is up $44. Link is killing it, dude. Killing it. This portfolio is amazing. All of our portfolios are great. The only one that's negative right now is the 1K to 10K Grok portfolio. Grok letting us down. 60% of these assets were chosen by Grok. The other 40 that Grok recommended, the other 40%, the other 4 assets were really weird. They were so like obscure and microcapped that they weren't even available on this platform to track. So we had the community vote on the other 4, which is probably why we have Doge and SHIB in there, but who knows? I'm not going back to backdate whatever Grok told me at the time. But Bitcoin looks good. Dominance 59.76, beautiful. Closure below 60. It's about to go down. So we were looking for a rejection here. We got a rejection, but it bounced right below, what did it bounce? 60, 75, I guess. It bounced right below 61. And then it rejected at 62.5, bounced at 61.5, rejected at 62, broke below 60, and now we are on our way out, hopefully. We'll see if we get a true altcoin season here. It seems like we're going to. Look at ETH is up 1.12% already. Sol is up 1.41% already. Total 3 is up 0.59%. Beautiful. Break above 1.07 would be huge. ADA is almost up 1%. Swee's almost up 1%. Ondo's up 1.3%. Arrow's up 2.81 already. Jeez. Render's up 1.68. Altcoin's up 1.56. Cass is up 1.14. Doge is up 1.11. It's alt season, man. I'm calling it right here. Pengu's up 1.92. Let me see where my Pengu's at. I'm pretty stoked about Pengu. Ooh. Let's go. I want to do some math, actually. Let's go to market cap up really quick and just see. Oops. I want to see what Pengu would be if it was the same valuation as Doge. 57 cents? Heck yeah. 15x. I like that. I like that. I'll take it. Let's go. Now, we just need the rest of the meme coin market to wake up. I don't know what the heck they're doing. The watch list is in shambles. Harame's still up, dude. That's funny. Wait a minute, where's our REI guy? It's up 20% today. Dude, where is he? He was talking about it yesterday. He was tripping out. It looks amazing today. Beautiful rebound. Look at that. Let's go take a look at ENA for Flexa. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh! Oh my gosh, it's doing an arrow. What in the world? Broke above 67.59. You mentioned that in the chat that it broke above that. Let's go. 12%. Next stop 78, dude. You break above 78, it's go time. Beautiful. God, you love to see it, man. You love to see it. So don't be surprised if it does this again. Does that again. You could also get one of these. Maybe not that dramatic. I would look for, there's always a million different ways that it could play out. It could reject here, bounce at the midpoint, break, reject at the midpoint, bounce at the support, break, all that stuff. Or you could literally just shift this. It could break and support and then reject at the next and bounce at the midpoint. You know what I mean? 10x Pengu would be okay. I'd take 10x. Take whatever, man. Pengu. I like Pengu. I feel like they're doing really good. They're doing amazing things. Pengu. I'm just excited, man. This is exciting. Arrow's up 3% already, man. Woo. Jeez. This thing does not know how to stop. Congratulations, Giovanni, once again on your victory. Let's see. Flexa said, I think there's an unlock coming for ENA. Let's actually go see them. Athena, it's number 30. That's not bad. Who's our REI guy? It's a newer fella. He's been popping in from time to time. He was really worried about it, but he's been doing pretty damn good, dude. It's almost right back up to where he said he bought in. Shoot. I'm glad it's back up. Hopefully he held on to it. He was worried about it. It was like down here. That's a beautiful recovery, though. 20% is crazy. Let's go. All right, Athena. I mean, I like the structure, too. It's got a little double bottom action going on. This is so nice when they include this. Allocation, unlock progress. 44% unlocked. They got 55% remaining. Your unlock that is coming up next is not until... Hang on. August 12th. Yeah, no, it's... So your next unlock is not until August 26th, I think. .03, 5.11, 5.24. Yes. So there's a very small unlock coming August 26th. And then September 2nd and September 9th. So they really zoom in there. Can you zoom in on this? That would be sick. 1 month? Yeah, 1 year. See, look at that. You got nothing, 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 nothing. And then August. No, actually, it's August. It's September. September 1st. Okay, so yeah, you're at 5.03 billion unlocked market cap, and then it spikes to 5.11. So they're not even unlocking a full percent. It's like 63%, or I'm sorry, 0.63%. Flex the set of shirt. I mean, the unlock is very fair. Like, legitimately. They're going from 44% to 45, 47, 49. They're doing like 1.5% a month. That's not bad. And it's fully transparent too. This is all laid out for everybody. Your private sale investor and teams, advisors, contractors, 30, that's 45%. So that 45% did not start getting even introduced until March. So they launched and then they introduced that chunk. Airdrops and bounties, so they distributed it via airdrops, it looks like a lot. It's so cool how much information can be gleaned just by this. And I don't know. CoinMarketCap is slowly actually earning their name. I never expected that, but it's nice to see. Bitcoin dominance continuing to fall. Alts are waking up. Market's getting spicy, guys. It's nice, isn't it? I just discovered that like a month ago. I didn't even know that was a thing. It's weird when they're transparent. We're like suspicious of transparency now. We're like, if you're showing us all this, what are you hiding? I don't trust you. He told me everything I wanted to know. What an asshole. I don't like that guy. He's weird. He's very honest all the time, and it freaks me out. Okay. Let's see. I think we're all set. I think we are all set, guys. If you guys want to chill after hours, I'm pretty much in the Discord all day by myself. That's not true. There's a couple of people, a couple cool folks. But it's a fun time. Feel free to come chill. 117, 735. Oh, interesting. This changed a little bit, didn't it? Did it? Oh, wow. I'm typing this in the wrong spot. Not bad. That's really awkward. Okay, it changed very, like, barely. There's a chunk missing, though. 118,058. Flexa said, that's because we all suffer from PTSD from past rugs. For real, dude. That they pretty much guaranteed that we're all going to take profits way too early. 115, 714. And why does it keep going to that? It's bugging me. Lower portion 115,391. There we go. Okay. Congratulations, Giovanni Fontes, once again on your victory for the daily close contest. Enjoy your prize. Bitcoin chilling, market chilling. We are chilling, guys. We are chilling. See where she takes us. Anyways, folks, this is where I'm going to love and leave you. As always, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining. Don't forget, we're doing the 8-hour live stream tomorrow. Probably going to start around noon. I don't know. We'll see. Because if I go from noon and I want to do the 12, then I'll have to go to midnight. So maybe I'll start a little bit earlier, a little bit later, and just do the 8. I don't know. I haven't made my mind up yet, but feel free to show up whenever. It's going to be a fun time. Appreciate you guys. As always, Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. Happy Saturday and good night.